Yes, people, we are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, the ManDem United podcast where we talk all things Manchester United. I'm joined by a special guest slash special guest co-host slash, you know what I'm saying, just a regular on Sarcasm City TV, catching my ManDem United, Manchester United watch-alongs, NBA watch-alongs, Q&As, courtside commentary, plus more. You see him on the channel like as often as you see me. My West Coast brother is in the building, man. Like Eddie, what are you telling me, man? You good?
I'm good. I'm good. I was on mute there. I was about to start talking to myself.
It's all good, man.
I'm
It's all
good,
good.
bro. I'm good. Get into this United chop shop, and it's always a good time on ManDem United, man.
Yeah, man. That's the first time I've seen you smile on ManDem United in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And that's how bad it's been, yeah. I've not seen Eddie open up the show and actually smiling. You get what I'm saying? And that, like, I've not seen Eddie smile. Like, we actually have something good, something positive to talk about. Like multiple things in it. Like there's optimism, there's light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, that's what it is. Please make sure you hit the like button though. Make sure you share it across all the socials and subscribe to the channel. We will run through all of the comments as well, but please keep all your comments and all your questions Manchester United related, people. And as you can see from the title, this broke yesterday, so it's only right that we discuss this today. De Jong rumors to United. Strong rumors as well. I seen things saying it's 90 to 95% done. However, I always take these things with a pinch of salt because you never know with social media if it's a reliable source. But hey, it's news, and that's what we are. We are a content creator outlet, so we are going to talk about it. So it's only right. We'll start there. It's good to see Eddie so happy as well. So Eddie, talk to me. Your thoughts on the De Jong rumors to Manchester United.
Some of the best news I heard in a long time. I can't even front. I can't even act like I'm not happy. I can't even act like I'm not trying to I'm trying to be that fan. I'm trying to be a reasonable fan. Like I really am. But it's like, yo, when I'm telling you I'm serious about this cancel Bruno campaign,
talk about
this just is right in line with it, my boy. This is just everything. The stars are lining up perfectly. It's gonna be like, yeah, you want Frenkie or you want Bruno, Manchester United? You pick.
Facts.
You pick.
Facts.
Because I'm telling you this right now.
Go on, chat to me.
People are starting to see the big picture when it comes to football and how important a competent, fortified, smart midfield is for you having any kind of success.
Yeah, facts.
It's the middle of the pitch. It's damn near the most important part of the pitch, from your transition to the way you defend to the way you attack, everything.
Yep.
You have to have decision makers in there who are good on the ball and who understand where exactly the pressure is going to come from and how to combat it. The thing with Bruno is the only plan he seems to have is kick the ball. The only plan. Kick it as hard as I can from wherever I am. Shit, it might work out. So again, I needed to hear this. I'm liking what I've heard so far with regards to the type of the player profile, because it's players who have actually bought into Ten Hag. You don't have to tell them like, yeah, this guy is this. They know he's that guy.
Yeah.
And so they're gonna train, approach the game like they know they have something to lose with them. So I'm excited, man. I can't even front. I ain't got no frown like you said. I'm really pushing this positivity because again, we have a cup winner. We ain't getting no scrub. We got somebody who actually won something just yesterday coming into the club. So I'm excited,
man. I follow suit. Don't worry, people. I will run through all the comments as well. I will give like my initial thoughts on it and obviously responding to what Eddie has said as well. You make a great point that De Jong has played under Ten Hag before, so we don't have to worry about De Jong adapting to his style or them clashing. It's just De Jong getting used to the Premier League. What I'm excited about is the potential overhaul in midfield. And you touched on that. That was the biggest thing for me, whether it's 4-2-3-1 or whether it's 4-3-3, because I've not watched De Jong a lot, but when I've asked people about him, they say, can't remember who it was, said he either plays as a 6 in a double pivot as a 6, or he can play as an 8 in a 4-3-3, which I'm excited about because that means either way he's going to play as a 6 next to a new 6 we're going to sign, because I believe we will, because Matic is gone. Pogba, who plays in the 6, is gone. Fred, I don't believe is good enough to be playing week in, week out. And McTominay is definitely not good enough to be playing week in, week out, which lets me know, all right, he's landed and we're already being linked with midfielders, which is fantastic. So it's going to be De Jong. I'm guessing Donny's going to play. That's my thing. So I'm looking at it's going to be a De Jong, Donny, and somebody else in the pivot. I hope it's not Bruno. I hope it's the new 6. I'm hoping it's a new 6, De Jong, Donny. Whether that's in a 4-3-3, whether that's in a 4-2-3-1, I'm all for that. I'm hoping it's not De Jong and Donny. I don't know. Can somebody let me know? Did De Jong and Donny ever play in a double pivot at Ajax? Somebody please let me know. I didn't watch Ajax week in, week out, but I'm still excited. And the thought of a whole new midfield overhaul, it sounds so good. We might actually keep the ball. Like, imagine ball retention with De Jong and Donny and a cold number 6. Like, everyone's been mentioning Kamara. I don't know too much about Kamara. Somebody please put who Kamara plays for and what type of number 6 he is, because I don't know too much about him. But I heard he's available on a free, and his name continues to pop up. So yeah, that's my initial that's my initial thoughts on it. Big up to Dan in the cut, who says big up to you.
Boy, what up,
large up Cams every single time.
Cams.
Big up.
Hey, shout out to that quadruple Cams. I see you.
Big up to Mohammed, who says lateness is greatness. Word to Matisse, big facts. Big up to Daredevil, who says big up Flawless and Eddie, love from the USA here. For me, next season Bruno needs to be on the bench. Donny needs to play in the cam when he comes back. De Jong and Fred in a double pivot. See, even that midfield, even though I just stated there that Fred, I don't want to see Fred starting week in, week out, because I actually think he's a better 8 than he is a 6. I like that midfield. That is the best midfield we've had on paper in years. Because Fred, we know he's energetic, tenacious, will win the ball back. And De Jong, even though I've not watched a lot of him, I know he's technically sound, having seen what I've seen of him, and he'll keep the ball. And same with Donny. Like, it's just, you know what Dutch footballers are like. It's very rare you see a Dutch footballer who's bad technically, especially coming through the Ajax system as well. Very, very rare. Keenan says, Ten Hag already holding meetings and calling up McLaren and Murtaugh to discuss what's going on. He's a drill sergeant. Go on,
we got to do something. We got to... I don't want to cut you off, but
that's cool, man. It's all good. We got time.
We talked about this. There's some comments.
Get
I think it's I say it's Kill Alucard.
Yeah.
No, and you know what it is? It's like I say it all the time. Some people, they need to feel comfortable in what they know. Like, that's the only way they feel comfortable is in what they know. So maybe De Jong just didn't work out in Spain. I don't think that means necessarily he's a bad player.
No, not in the slightest.
But it's just with regards to Barcelona, it didn't work out.
Yeah. No, you're not lying. Mertaza says, big up, guys. How we doing? I'm blessed. I hope you're good too. Cool says,
Taza,
I'm a Barca.
What up, boy? What up, boy?
He says, I'm a Barca fan, bro. Want to hear my thoughts on Frankie? Yeah. Give us your thoughts on De Jong since you're a Barcelona fan. Yeah. Ronan says, all right, Flawless, mate. Long time no speak. It's been a minute, Ronan. I hope you are good, my guy. And let me know your thoughts on Ten Hag, because we haven't spoken a minute. So I hope you are good.
Shout out, Ronan.
Where else we at? Cool. He's not happy with him. So he says he's trash. One of our worst midfielders this season. Our 17-year-old kid named Gavi is doing better than him. Hey, so that means he should be available on the cheap then if he's trash. I'm all for it. I'm all for
we'll
it.
Give y'all with McTominay that you want.
Yeah, 100%. Like, for real. And Dan makes a great point. I spoke on this. De Jong and Donny, the Ten Hag Ajax reunion midfield would be class still. You just mentioned it there. People are comfortable in what they know. I already know that's a technically sound midfield. Just get a competent 6 alongside that, and then we cooking. And then if you get a nice centre back next to Varane,
I understand. My bad. Go ahead. My bad.
Nah, I was just going to say that just means that already the spine of our team is strong. Because I've said that, yes, all the side pieces is all well and good, your fullbacks, your wingers. But that spine has to be strong from your goalkeeper, your 2 centre-backs, your 3 midfielders, and your striker. If you are whatever system you're playing, that spine has to be strong. If you look at any team that has been successful, if you look right down the middle of the team, it's strong. De Gea will do, that's fine. Varane next to a competent centre-back, I'm absolutely cool with that. De Jong and Donny with a number 6, I'm fine with that. So it's kind of like, if we do this deal, it's then onto the number 6. It's onto the centre back. It's onto the number 6. It's onto the striker, and then we can worry about left backs, right wingers, left wingers, etc. But yeah, go on, Eddie.
No, I'm with you because again, you look at our spine, um, it's a joke. It's a complete joke.
It is a
It
joke.
realistically, when you
Mm,
look at the top flight clubs in football, their
yeah,
spines, you could put them, you can interchange them on any one of the top teams in football.
yeah.
Whether it's
Hmm.
a Liverpool with their center back pairing to their midfield to their striker, who we consider the striker, right? To PSG. Only thing with
Hmm.
PSG, I'd say their back line, but they still have, I think
You
it's
still have Marquinhos. You still
you
a
still have
quality centre back.
Marquinhos. So that's a
Yeah,
talisman that can cover up what the other scrub Kimpembe does every now and again.
this
And then
guy.
you
Yo.
have the midfield, you have Verratti and Icardi. The list goes on and on with them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And to their front. And so again, we can go through ours.
Oh
37
yeah,
year old Ronaldo,
yeah,
Fred, McTominay,
yeah,
Bruno,
yeah,
Maguire, Varane. The
yeah,
only one you can say who could somewhat make an appearance in any other team is Varane. Out of
yeah.
those people I just named is Varane. And that's off of reputation alone, not off of
Mhm.
production, because again, he's starting to see what happens when you're surrounded by shit
Oh yeah, of
because now
course.
he looks like them,
Yep.
right?
He's
And
had a couple
so
he's had a couple below par performances in that. You know what I'm
he's
saying?
had a couple of below par
Mm,
performances, and it's just like you cannot continue to put those out there
yeah,
and wear that badge. I
facts.
can't have this anymore. Like again, we understand the standard is getting to the point now where I'm starting to question do certain United fans even understand the standard anymore? Do certain
They no,
United
they no,
fans really
they
think
they
that
un,
we
they un, they un, sorry to cut you off. This is what I say. One
mm,
quick thing. They understand the standard when it suits them.
when it's so yeah, we
When it's
talked about yeah,
yeah,
you're right, you're right,
when
yeah,
it's
yeah,
their
yeah.
favorite player, they don't understand it.
Mm,
When it's someone they dislike, they understand it. You know what I'm saying? And that when it's a certain number six, standards are upheld to the highest. You know what I'm saying? Why is he training like that? You know what I'm saying? And that. But when certain
exactly.
people are getting free passes in 45 minutes, everybody quiet. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But yeah, go on. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
carry on, fam. I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, yeah. It's because it goes then it brings me to this comment put in by Jared Riga. I hope I
Mm.
said your name right, brother. Thanks for
Yeah, let's
stopping
call him
by.
Jared, innit? Yeah, let's call him Jared.
Jared, yeah.
Yeah,
So the
yeah,
best midfield is this: a new CDM, Frankie, Donnie,
yeah. Mm.
simple. Ruben
Yep.
Neves, Ndidi, um, homie from Brighton, Basuma.
Assumo.
There are options.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, we can have the technical players, but because it's a prem team, you need
Mm.
somebody who can fight, like legit be physical in midfield.
Yeah.
It's cool
Some
to
form of
have the
physicality.
technicals,
Yeah.
but you need somebody who's going to get in there and do the dirty work. And that's where Fred, being a squad player, is perfect. Fred
Yeah.
is the perfect sub, perfect squad player for the type of team that we're trying to build. Like you have to have a
Absolutely.
profile as a team. Ten Hag is this, bro. It's this. It's intricate passing, no breaks. You can't be out of shape. You have
Facts.
to want to run. You have to want to be on some Jurgen Klopp shit where you just run for the hell of it.
Well, 100%. Before you continue, hey, you lot, likes are way too low. We're even in double figure
Oh
likes.
yeah, come on. I'm about
Punch
to
the
put my
likes
like
up.
on. Let me put my like on. Y'all do the same.
Punch the likes up. Sorry to cut you off. I was just looking then and I was like, yo, these likes are way too low. Hey, mods, get everybody liking, please, and subscribing to the channel. Please make sure you do that. But yeah, carry on talking about what you was talking about, Eddie.
And it's like yeah, we don't the CDM role for me,
Mm.
especially if you're gonna continue to see if you can make it work with the Bruno,
Yeah.
you need somebody who's comfortable by himself defending because there's gonna be points in the game where that motherfucker decides he wants to run into the goal and just leave a big gap behind him. You need
Yeah.
to be able to cover that space for a little bit. Just
Mm.
hold him a second because then you have somebody recovering to come help you out. But what ends up happening is we have a Fred, we have a McTominay, we have Bruno. Bruno attacks.
Mm.
McTominay is nowhere to be seen. and Fred has two dudes running full speed at him, trying to figure out which one to defend first.
Yeah.
If you ever watch, you know how it goes. We watch it all the games. How many
Facts.
passes do you actually need to make in a lot of instances to break down the United defense?
Very few. We're very easy to play against.
Very few. Shout out BT, of course, all of your time. But yeah, that's my thing. You know, I've said it on multiple occasions. If we got to get LaBeal out of here, nobody is safe. Yeah. And I'm starting with that midfield as soon as possible. That's the first order of business. Sort the midfield out. Everything else will fall into place.
Well, exactly that. And here's the thing is as well, because people are making interesting comments. And again, people continue talking about our midfield, and I'm going to get to all the comments as well. Big up Chris K as well, who says, big up to all the ManDem from Cyprus. Yeah, man, big up to Chris K from Cyprus. Love how Sarcasm City TV is worldwide. Big up Flawless and Eddie. Ndidi can do a job, maybe. Absolutely, Ndidi can do a job. Like I said, there's ample options. How I would prefer Manchester United to do this rebuild is buy from within the Premier League. So go buy the best of the rest. So look at your Ndidis, who Eddie mentioned, Neves, who he mentioned. Why we haven't signed Basuma, I don't know. I don't know why I don't know if he has an injury record we don't know about. I don't know if his wage demands is too high, because it seems very strange, but that's free. You've got Matinho. The list goes on. I've already spoke in depth about Rafinha, especially if Leeds go down and reports are true that he has a minimum fee release clause once they get relegated, which is 25 mil. To me, that's a steal. You got to be looking at the likes of Eriksen, who's available on a free in the summer as a squad player. Why not somebody, again, who's Premier League proven? Why would you not sign Eriksen, not to start week in, week out, but as a squad player? Fantastic backup for a De Jong, Donny. Because we all know Eriksen's good enough to play over here. But yeah, Basuma would be my pick. I'm a massive fan of Basuma. Absolutely. Mataza said, so Gavi's contract was due, apparently, and the reason why De Jong is up for sale, that Barca is only able to afford one of them. So it's either De Jong or Gavi, and they chose Gavi. Hey, it is what it is in that. To be fair, Ten Hag got the best out of him, but we'll see. That's why I'm on it. I trust Ten Hag. If it's someone he's managed before. Same way with De Jong, it's someone he's managed before. Same way if he brings in anybody from Ajax. Like people have mentioned Timber, there's others. You've been successful with these guys, so why would you not be successful elsewhere? And if you're bringing them with you, you trust them. And I trust Ten Hag. But that doesn't mean De Jong 1,000% comes to United because of the Champions League factor. Barcelona in the champs. Where are Barcelona in the La Liga table? Are they even in the Champions League? I don't even know. Ajax opted to defend in a 4-2-3-1 formation, while De Jong and Schoen formed a double pivot in central midfield. Donny played in a more advanced role as the CAM. That's what I like to hear. Come and replicate that here. De Jong next to Basuma with... Just dream, Eddie. Just dream with this with me. Basuma, De Jong, Donny as a midfield three. That is the best our midfielders looked on paper in Yonks. It has everything you need within it. It can compete in the Premier League. And that helps out our defense. And also as well, because somebody mentioned about, let me find the comment. Where was it? I want to find it. Yeah, here it was, from this comment from Jared, where he says, I don't think we really need a specialist CDM, just someone who can begin attacks and take the ball off the back four. I think Basuma fits that bill. But then again, this all depends on how Ten Hag wants to set up and how he wants to play. Because his blueprint that he has at Ajax, even though it'll be very similar, it's a different league. He's with different players, so he might slightly alter it. Because I would prefer a specialist CDM, but that's just my preference. And Basuma fits that. Man mentioned Calvin Phillips. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Calvin Phillips, would I take him at Manchester United? Absolutely. Calvin Phillips, De Jong, Donny, sounds like a good midfield trio to me. Would I prefer Basuma to Phillips? Yes. However, I would, if we went and got Phillips and Rafinha from Leeds, I'm all for that. Yeah, smart to me, smart business. Smart business. That's what I would say. 100%, that's what I would say. Big up to BT, says big up to ManDem as well. I'm glad you're all good, Ronan, man. Daredevil saying my choice is Lema from Leipzig or Ndidi. He's another one. His name keeps popping up as well. I've not seen a lot of him, but it does. His name continues to pop up as well. Where else we at? Oh, they're second. Okay. Kanye might be finished at Chelsea. Would you take him for a season? For the right fee, and when I say the right price, I'm talking wage structure. Would I take Kante? Yes. It'd be foolish not to look at Kante and go, you're an effective squad player. Again, go take advantage of the free transfer market. We've seen Real Madrid will do that this season. We've seen PSG do it last season. We've seen Juventus do it. Imagine we go pick up Kante and Eriksen on frees. as squad players. How much better that makes our team. Imagine we're defending
Oh my
somewhere
gosh.
and we have a Kante Fred midfield pivot. You're not
Yeah.
getting no rest.
Yeah.
You're not getting no rest. Is Kante what he was? No. But would I take Kante on a free? Absolutely. But again, with the correct, in the correct way, so to speak. Like I said, the wage has to be right. None of this 200, 250. Like, you're coming in as a squad player. I don't want Kante starting for us week in, week out. But that's just me. What's your thoughts on that, Kante potentially? Would you look at him as an option?
It's tough for me to say because I understand. Like I do have this affinity for the man because of, again, you know me. I love international football and what him as an individual, what he did alone in that 2018 World Cup. Just because again, the pressure, the world on every touch, every kick, and he just locked in up here, did his job, and got out of Dodge. Like it was that simple for him. And so we need that type of professional in our club room because we haven't had that.
Yeah.
I guess maybe you could say the only one. I can't even put McTominay in that sentence because it's like he doesn't offer anything, but in theory, he shows up every day. You know what I'm saying? Like he's there. It's not like he's not just collecting a check like certain people, Rashford. But like again, he would be for a year. Like again, I want something. I want young, and I want to build. I want young and I want to build, but at the same time, I want young talent who's capable of doing something right now. I'm not here for rebuilds.
Yeah.
Right? I'm here for get young proven commodities, have them figure themselves out here. If they're cup winners, if they're youth award winners, if they're international talents that are young and hungry, bring them here to make themselves. Because if it works here, oh my God.
Yeah.
You're legends. You're legends.
Facts. You're not lying. I'm not saying,
how the
Conte's.
fuck is Rio still in the living talking the bullshit he talking right now? He
I'm
got
not
the
saying
United crest behind him, bro.
It is. Oh, man is saying also I got that wrong. Kante still has a year left on his contract. So, all right, let me change that. If he has a year left on his contract, if you then try and sign him, that means he's available for cheaper. So what I will add to what I was saying in terms of his wages being right, if the transfer fee was right. So if we could get him for I'd take Kante for 30 million at Manchester United. Absolutely. 100%. But what if you're talking 60, 70, 80 million? No. But again, at the right fee, the right deal. That's what I would say about Kante. But I would, if I was United, would I look at it? Maybe it depends if Chelsea are looking to let him go, which I don't believe they will be. I don't believe they are. But Sumer has the court case hanging over him. I would play a variant of 4-3-1-2 with the three in midfield, DM, Frankie, and Donny. Sancho in behind and a new striker, Bruno Roman up together up top. Here's the thing is he has options. Like that's what I'm saying, Jared. Like when you're bringing in new players, you have options. Big up to C1. Says the young is a baller. Get another midfielder with Donny or even Fred is decent style. Plus the enemy of progress is on the bench. That's the biggest thing. I want to see a complete. We spoke in depth. Me and Eddie have mentioned it about a complete overhaul. But we talk about off the pitch, like at board level, at coach level, manager level, medical staff, scouts. We need an overhaul on the pitch. You know what I'm saying? Our midfield needs an overhaul. Our defense needs an overhaul. I at least want to see a new centre back and a new left back come the new season. I want to see ideally 3 new midfielders. I want to see 2 of our front 3. I want to see a new right winger and a new striker. But that's just me. I want to see a whole brand. So you're like, rah. I'm saying this is pretty much a brand new team. And then a lot of players leave. And then a lot of the players who were starting are on the bench. I want to see Bruno on the bench. That doesn't mean he can't be effective and can't play games. Of course he can. But he shouldn't be starting week in, week out. See, and this is a problem. Kante being on 290k a week, we got to start our wage structure. We have to. That's why I wouldn't pay him that. And with the amount of players who are leaving, that frees up a lot of money in our wage budget. A lot of our top earners and highest earners are going. So we're clearing what? 2 million, 3 million? So it's like they have a chance to get this right. They do have a chance to get it right. Taza here says, Ten Hag ideally wants 2 midfielders, a versatile forward, and a centre-half this summer at United. I don't know about you guys, but a versatile forward screams Nkunku to me. Again, Nkunku is someone who I've not watched a lot of. However, I like the fact of 2 midfielders. I like that. We probably need more. You know what I'm saying? Because even if we sign 1-6, we only had one with Matic and he's leaving. So to me, we need 2 6s. But I like the idea of 2 midfielders. A centre-half is definitely needed this summer. In my eyes, we need 2 centre-halves. We need Varane, new centre-back, one to back them up, then Lindelof 4, then Maguire 5. Again, that's just me. Versatile forward, which means someone who can probably just, that could mean a lot of things. He probably just means who can drop deep, link up the play, etc., etc. But if he goes for Nkunku, I'm cool with that. What's your thoughts on this, Eddie, in terms of idea? This is reports, ideally. And these are all rumors and reports. There's nothing concrete here, people. Nothing concrete.
I think we're in for a defender as well, which is good news. I think his name is Concalo or something like that. He plays for Sporting, so I'm a bit hesitant because the last Sporting the last guy to come from Sporting, you already know what happened. But I'm gonna let him land because he withstood Bruno's exit and had a hell of some games. So I'll let him write. But this is about right. This is about what I wanted to see. Again, I don't want to see anybody in that team who has been here for the last 3 managers.
Yeah, I hear you.
The last 3 managers. I'm including Ralph. I'm including the Norwegian god of fraudery. And then who I think it was Jose. Yeah, but I mean Jose's been our most successful manager since SA. So I don't want to see any of those players. I'm done with them.
We all are.
We all done with the players. We have to be, because you know what's funny?
Come on, talk to me.
Every team above us has made significant changes to their squad since 2016, 2017. I can't say we've done the same.
Yeah, you're not lying.
I can't say we've done the same. Rashford's still running around. We still have questions about Lingard. And again, Jesse, you had your exit strategy.
Yeah.
You could have been competing with West Ham in Europa.
Facts.
You had that. So you decided to come back. That's on you.
Yeah.
Everybody who's still here, pack your shit up. That's all. So yeah, I want to see in this comment. I wish I saw that he had put a center back, but again, I think we've somewhat taken care of that.
Yeah.
I think we've already kind of established that Nunes is on the way.
Well, Darwin Nunes, the one with the striker from Benfica.
I think from our reports, it's looking like that's pretty much a done deal. He's coming through. So yeah, we just keep it going. Don't settle. Don't let anybody sweet talk you into staying. If you got to take this shit out the locker your damn self, Ten Hag, do it your damn self. No weakness. Take everybody out.
Yeah. I hear exactly what you're saying. Calvin says De Jong is on 350k a week at Barca, and again, that's all about Manchester United getting their wage structure under control. That's what we need to do. Big up managing the cut as well. Keenan says, and Didi has 2 years left on his contract and is worth 60 million euros. He's on 75k a week. Again, this goes back to what Eddie just stated earlier, and I also backed up as well, is there's so many options available, whether it's Ndidi, whether it's Basuma, whether it's Calvin Phillips, whether it's a Neves. There's just 4 off the top of my head right there. That's 4 within the Premier League. Never mind if you look outside of the Premier League as well and you're scouting properly, which again, because we sacked a couple of the chief scouts, our recruitment should be better, but it all depends on how he wants to play. How Ten Hag wants to play. He might go and get someone else from Ajax. There may be a midfielder we've not been linked with, and he's like, you know what? Let me go get him, and he just does the Ajax midfield. That's the trio. Someone else from Ajax, De Jong and Donny. I'm all for that. Because I want to see Donny in an advanced role, 110%. I think he has all the qualities, and he's shown that in glimpses to be good enough. The defense and midfield need a whole new overhaul. Absolutely, I want to see a whole new midfield. At least 2 of the back 4. At least 2 of the half of the back 4 needs to be new, and the majority of our attack, well, like I said, our right winger and strikers need to be. That's just me, and then that strengthens our team, because a lot of these players who are starting week in, week out, who are actually squad level quality, will now be utilized as squad players. I don't mind Bruno as a squad player. I have no problem with that. My problem is we see him week in, week out. My problem with McTominay is we see him week in, week out. The issue I have with Fred is we see him week in, week out. We're seeing that now with Alanga. This is why I don't criticize Alanga so heavily, because I understand not only one, is he a youth player in his first full season, and number 2, you're coming into the worst possible predicament. 3, at this moment in time, your level is a squad player. And when you start playing squad players week in, week out, you see their deficiencies. A squad player is supposed to play 2 or 3 games, and then you don't see him for 2 or 3 games. Then they come in for 1 game. Then he might be here for 3, 4 games. But if you're playing him 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games in a row, you're gonna see the deficiencies, and we're seeing that with Elanga. Like, and that's unfair. That's why I'm looking at the senior players like, you lot need to deliver. I'm not putting it on the kid. That's unfair. Very, very unfair. Where else we at? See, Mertaza, I mentioned this earlier. Guys, what about Kamara from Marseille? He's free because he's out of contract. Great young CDM who can also play centre-back, and he's only 22. Again, another player who I've not watched a lot of, but I keep hearing his name pop up. And he's available on a free. I already know he's better than McTominay. Bring him in. Bring him in. 100%. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know how much you know about Kamara, but your thoughts, if you've seen, you might have watched him play more than I have, Eddie.
And again, I cannot stress it enough. It's not just the fact that they're bad. It's the fact that these dudes have been spoiled for about 4 to 5 years. Third was a false position for him. Second was the most fraudulent shit I'd seen in a while. When you're down, I think we were like out of it. How many points? 33 or something like that.
Yeah, something. It was crazy, fam. We was well away. Yeah. We was well away.
They took that and they ran with it. Like, yeah, we're building this. The most stupid shit I ever heard. The process is processing. You lose Europa League final to Villarreal, and the process is processed. What is wrong with you? Where's the thinking?
Yeah,
we're Manchester United, and we're talking about losing the Europa League, and the process is processed. That's a level of comfortability I don't need at my club, bro.
You're not lying.
He got to go. He got to go. He can go to Newcastle. He can go to Fulham. He can go wherever in the UK that is not Manchester United, bro. I don't want to see him. I'm done with him. And you talk about a guy like Kamara, who's, like you said, young, versatile, hungry.
Yeah, and he's available on a free, which I like.
And he's
available
I like that. On a free? And how much are we paying Marcus Rashford? Now, I know there's that brother that be on Twitter that be going nuts. What's his face? I think it's Mike. Something like Mike. I think it's who just, he gonna say what he gonna say about certain shit, and he represents a certain fan that I think is a bit too harsh, but brings up good points sometimes with regards to how much money these people are getting away with taking from our club.
Yeah.
But in this situation, when you can get rid of a Marcus Rashford and bring in somebody in who's actually willing to earn what he gets, could care less. Do it.
No. So yeah, I'm with it. Like I said, it's another regular. You lot in the comments consistently bring up Kamara's name as well. I'm probably gonna have to watch some comps or watch some details of him and watch some clips of him to see what he's looking like and what type of DM he is. Let me know in the chat, people, what type of DM he is. Carmen says, not a lot of quality and proven young strikers out there, but that's where your scouting system needs to come in handy. There's a lot of options we haven't heard. Scouting is key. I've said this. That's why I say it all the time. There's no United quality in the market. There's no value in the market. Lazy, you're just not working hard enough. There's hundreds of thousands of footballers across the globe. Go and find a striker. Go and find a winger. Go and find a DM. Go and find a centre back. I'm not hearing it. I am not hearing it. You have the whole UK alone. You have England. Not only do you have the Premier League, you have the Championship. You have League One. You have Scotland. You have Ireland. You have Republic of Ireland. You have Northern Ireland. There's 4 right there. Never mind the rest of Europe. You have Italy. You have France. You have Germany. You have Spain. You have Portugal. And the list goes on and on. I just named those 5 because they're the other 5 top European leagues, but there's more as well. You have Sweden. You have Holland. You have Denmark. And then even outside of that, you have South America. You have North America. You have Africa. There's so many places to go and scout, and you're telling me you can't find one in hundreds of thousands. Nah, man, you just bad at your job. That's all that is. Big up to Westbrook is goal. It says big up Flawless and Eddie. Last night's Memphis stream was Bants. Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was Bants. Yeah, it was hella bad. Yeah, that shit was jokes. It was jokes, innit? Like, that is, you think Sarcasm City, wild people wait until it's like after hours and that on them NBA streams and the team's getting beat bad. Yeah, I'm telling you. Dan saying, please don't.
Just watch out for them assassins, people. Always watch out for them assassins. They be lurking, people.
Be very careful. Be very careful. Dan here says, please don't take Neves. LOL. For those that don't know, Dan is a Wolves fan. But again, that's another.
I need that. After that 1-0 defeat at Old Trafford, I need that. I need all that.
Westbrook is going. It says, I'm here for the bald evolution, Ten Hag ball. Hey, we're all here for it, man. We are all here for it. Again, continue to get your questions in, people. Continue to get your questions in. You lot are jokers and that. The bald evolution, man. He is, man. Like I said, he reminds me of Professor X, man. All he's missing is the chair. But I like that, man. Drill sergeant. I've spoken on this many a time.
Who else remind me of Professor X?
You know what I'm saying? And that. Remind me of Professor X is crazy. It is. And here it is. So this is so I don't know how true this is, but it's saying Barca wanted, this is the De Jong deal. Barca wanted to go through, United ready to offer a big fee. I think that's 55 to 60 million. It's supposed to say, or 55 to 60 million euros. De Jong himself has not decided. He wants to speak with Ten Hag before making a final decision. Champions League is a priority. Remains to be seen if he will accept Europa. United and Barca have held positive informal talks. So this is all rumors. Okay. This is all rumors. So your thoughts on that? Like him saying he wants to speak to Ten Hag. Again, this is all rumors, people. And Champions League is a priority, but it's remained to be seen if he would accept Europa.
No, that's a big fact. That's a big fact. Yeah. It's important that he understands that we might not have Champions League, but we'll give him the opportunity that I don't think he's being afforded in Barcelona. You're with the manager you already know. You're still in a big market. I don't know what the distance is between Amsterdam and the UK comparative to Spain, but we had a lot of stuff working in our favor. And like I've said, if it works at Manchester United, it's different. It's different. It just is. Because just the media alone, the fan base alone, I would argue our fan base is more international than Barcelona.
It's huge. Absolutely. Our fan base is crazy in terms of international. Absolutely.
And so the amount of love that you get if you just bring a cup, something that we have not seen in about 6 going on 7 years.
Too long, buddy.
You bring that on, oh my God. Oh my God. It's different. So
absolutely.
We can sell him. We can sell him, but he has to believe and be sold on the idea that we're a big club now. We're back to operating like a big club. If that doesn't happen, then I don't blame him for not coming through.
Yeah. And the thing is, we have the perfect person to sell him to it. Or sell it to him in Ten Hag. We do. Latasa says, bro, are you seeing the Gerard Romero guy? He doubled down and said De Jong will be United's first signing. He's tier 1 Barcelona sauce and has been very credible. He's putting his career on the line. No, I've not heard of this Gerard Romero guy. But I think you mentioned him yesterday. But this is first news to me. But if you're saying he's credible, okay. I'm literally going to keep an eye out. He doubled down. I like the fact he's doubled down. Let's go, man. We need a midfield overhaul. It's about time. And a series quality midfielder as well. And you already know we don't have to worry about Ten Hag utilizing him and how he's going to implement De Jong into the side. Like he's fully aware. He'll have the idea in his head already. Donny's there. Our midfield already looks more competent on paper because outside of Ten Hag, De Jong and Donny are 2 players who have played with each other. So they are fully aware of how to get the best out of each other. De Jong knows Donny's strengths. Donny knows De Jong's strengths. Now we just need to get that 6 to complement him. And that will be a key signing right there. But I like the fact of 2 midfielders again. I spoke about the spine. Eddie spoke on it earlier in regards to how important your midfield is. Because not only your midfield is so important, and it sounds really silly, but it's the truth in terms of not only can a very good midfield help your defense, it can also help your attack. And it can cover up deficiencies for both your midfield, your defense and your attack as well. But I like that idea, man. And again, those 2 keeping the ball. The other team, Michael Owen quote, but the other team can't score if they don't have the ball. And we know those 2 are technically very sound and their ball retention is very, very good. So, yeah, man, I'm all with it. I'm all with it. You man are jokers about bald evolution soccer. Let me see, make sure I didn't miss any of the questions. You lot continue to get your questions in. It doesn't have to be about De Jong or Donny, or it don't even have to be about Manchester United's midfield. It can be something else. Manchester United related people. Jared saying it. Or we could use Hannibal in behind and a new striker, Sancho in my preferred formation. Go on, talk about it, fam. Talk about it.
I love Hannibal because he tried to take out Jordan Henderson. I love it. I love it. The moment when you seen Henderson rolling on that ground and holding his ankle, I loved it. Every second of it. He ain't ready. I would loan him out. I think he has the potential to be something, but I would still loan him out. Maybe I'll let him go cook in France. Like, again, France will make a man out of you because of the type of defending you're going to see.
Yeah.
You're going to see hungry African center backs. Y'all ain't seen hungry until you see an African center back, my boy. In League One.
Yeah. It is a very physical league. Here's what I say that
showers being taken. You know what I'm saying? The stank is gonna be different. You getting scratched. You getting beat up.
Yeah. Here's what I say to that though. With us going to be with Manchester United going to be in either the Europa League or the Conference League, rather than loan Hannibal out, would you not like to see him stay? Ten Hag implement him into the squad and play him in Europe. Like we all know, Europa League, Conference League are not the strongest in terms of opposition and in terms of quality. So maybe keep him, utilize him in those competitions as well as League Cups and FA Cups. And then maybe the season after, depending on where we finish, then maybe loan him out. I hear what you're saying, though.
I wouldn't be too adverse to that. My only thing would be it would depend on the type of team that we're putting out on a week-to-week basis.
Yeah.
If we have a bunch of new people for Ten Hag to work into, I wouldn't see the time that he'd have to be built into that. Maybe one or two, kind of like how Ralph did with the Young Boys game.
Yeah.
You just put him out there because it's a game. You don't want to stress any types of injuries and stuff like that. But that's not a bad shout either. That's not a bad shout either. I think if Ten Hag is comfortable with the people he has in front of him, that he can keep him on the team, let him train with the first team, get him some familiarity. I'm all for that. That's not too bad of a shout for me.
Yeah. So we got options. It depends, like you said, on how many players he brings in, what formation he's going to play, etc. Metaz is saying here, apparently Barca will end the year with 90 million net losses, so they need De Jong gone as soon as this month. Any company sells De Jong tomorrow to balance the books since he's a high value asset. All right, we'll soon find out. Mohammed said, I'm gassed for De Jong, but I'm still waiting for Schneider to come to Manchester United. Yeah, that Wesley Schneider saga, I think was it after a World Cup? Yeah, that hurt me because I really wanted Wesley Schneider at that point and it never happened. I was a big fan of his as well, but it is what it is, people. It is what it is. But hopefully we get this Dutch player. Because normally we do, like, our Dutch players do all right. Obviously, we got some Dutch legends in Yapstam, Van Nistelrooy, Robin Van Persie. Even Blind was okay. I'm saying, so hopefully the young Donny can get it together and Chana can get it together and they can do the business. But again, optimistic. Like I said, first time in a long time, Eddie's opened up ManDem United and he's on here with a smile on his face. You know what I'm saying? And like, because there's optimism. There is genuine optimism. Genuine. And it's not even like hope in terms of like, I'm looking at it and going, we're going to dominate. We're going to compete for the Premier League. We're going to compete for the Champions League. Like, no, I just see us putting up a fight against everybody. I go into every game with hope, even if we're playing a team that's better than us, even if we're playing City, even if we're playing Liverpool, even if it is a Real Madrid or it's a Bayern Munich or a PSG, I go, all right, they're the better side, but we have a chance because we have a quality manager who's going to set us up in a way that enables us to potentially win this match. And same with the individual players as well. And that's all I want. I'm tired of just getting rolled over. That's my problem. When we play Liverpool and Manchester City, those two in particular, we know they're the better side. We know that they are the strong favorites. But we just roll over and play dead and just get beat 3-4, 5-0. Comfortable. I'm tired of that. Go punch him in the face. Make the fight close. That's all I'm saying. Don't just, if it's a boxing match, don't get beat 11-1 or 10 rounds to 2. Make that 8-4. Make them uncomfortable. So they're like, right, that was a tough game. How do you see De Gea under Ten Hag? I'll let you answer this first, Eddie.
You know what though? He'll fall into the does he really have control of this shit? This will just go because like De Gea with his feet, god damn, bro. Just he's so 2010, it's not even funny. brother has not he is so 20. This is the same game since 2010 when we were saying best goalkeeper in the world.
Yeah.
The game has changed.
Yep. The game switched up.
You cannot kick it to the other team more than you kick it to your team and me come on this platform and defend anything good happening to you. I understand he stopped shots, right? Now, that other scrub that we have sitting behind him, he got to go too. So we actually have to buy a new goalkeeper. Because I'll be damned if Caillou comes back here and shows Salah the whole goal again. I'm not doing that. We tried it with your man's people. He's not that guy. Hey, pal, you're not that guy. Got to go somewhere. Got to go. Yeah, don't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. So the guy can stay until we find his suitable replacement out there.
Yeah.
Who that may be, I don't know, but we need somebody who fits that Ten Hag style to a T. Because what I saw yesterday when I was watching their game, I'm a fan already, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
What I'll say about the hair on the Ten Hag, do I believe he is the long-term answer? No. However, he is not high on the priority list in terms of moving him on. Like, centre back's much more important. Fullback area is much more important. DM is much more important. 8 is much more important. Right wing is much more important. Strike is much more important. So that's 6 positions I've just named right there. And you can add multiple players. It's not like just one player for all those positions. So do I believe De Gea is the long-term guy for us? No. That being said, you spoke about Henderson. Ten Hag did try and sign him alone at Ajax. So that lets me know he is a form of a
that was his agent on that witchcraft. I feel like he was his agent on that witchcraft, bro. Like, yeah, man, you know that guy Ten Hag, he hot as hell. He tried to sign my guy too. He just tossed that out there and it went on Twitter and went crazy. His agent was on that witchcraft. I don't know. I can't confirm it or deny it, but I'm saying he's on that witchcraft.
100%. And Dan says here, no point buying all these midfielders if you're not going to have a proper number 9, or is that position not needed? No, Dan, you're right. They're all needed though. A 9 is needed, yes. But midfield is also needed. A right wing is also needed. A centre back is also needed. A left back is also needed. These are all pieces that we don't have that need to be put into place. So yes, midfield is 100% a major issue. Again, number 9, the striker position is a major issue as well. So I just like the fact that we're taking steps in the right direction. Will we sign a striker? Yes. Because like I said, we've already lost Cavani, so we're going to replace him, whether that's with a new recruit or a youth player. There's no guarantee Martial stays, so we're going to have to replace him potentially. And again, Cristiano Ronaldo, there is no guarantee Cristiano Ronaldo stays. So come the end of the season, United might be without a senior striker, which means we're going to have to go out and sign at least 2. It's a potential. There's no guarantee these players stays. Do all 3 of them go? In my head, no. But I can see Ronaldo leaving. I can see Martial leaving. I can see that happening, which then goes, all right.
I think they're saying he wants to get sold.
Yes, this is my point. So no Cavani, no Martial, that leaves us 2. That leaves us with 1 senior striker. And Ronaldo I don't know about Ronaldo, Europa League or Conference League. I don't see him wanting to stay. Again, I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Westbrook is going. It says we have to give Ten Hag time. That's the main goal for next season. Yes, 100%. We do need to give Ten Hag time. What, you against that?
I listen. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Go on, talk to me.
I'm so impatient. I'm so impatient right now. I need to see something. Like I'm not saying like
talk about it. What do you want to see then? That will then be
the thing is I just need to see a change. I'm easy, especially when I'm impatient. I'm easy to pacify. Show me shit is changing. The first couple weeks you're there, you got me.
Yeah.
If I start seeing shit that looks eerily similar to the way business is being done, and again, it's like when people say, Tom, talking about beginning of the season, right? I don't expect us to play the same football. I just cannot see the same mistakes that we've been seeing. I need certain behaviors to be corrected. And the true test is how he deals with the brats. Rashford is a brat. Maguire is a brat. Luke Shaw is a brat. I don't think Lingard is going to be here. Hopefully not. I think he's probably on his way out due to everything that's been going on recently.
Mm-hmm.
But how he deals with those three brats will let me know how serious is he about changing shit, or is he just excited to be here? He wants to take his time. Like, because if he takes his time, that just means we gonna lose for a little bit,
Yeah.
right?
We've been losing anyway, so there's no difference.
That's what I'm saying. We've been losing anyway. I'm tired, brother. I'm tired.
How we lose though, again, and that goes back to what I was saying about us competing against teams that are better than us. As long as I see a style, how I see is as long as I see a style change, I'm all for it.
Okay.
It can't look the same. I have to see like, all right, I can see.
So you know what though? Maybe I should readjust that. It's not so much about the losing; it's about the culture for me.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers is way too comfortable right now. That's my biggest problem. Fix that. You got me.
Too complacent. Nah, I fully hear that. I fully get what you're saying, without doubt. Westbrook is going. It also says a rebuild takes time. Something a lot of United fans struggle to understand. That's why I don't pay attention to United fans. Our fan base is full, not all of us, but our fan base is full of idiots. And that's not just United. That's most big clubs. And social media has shown me that. Yeah. Social media has shown me that. Like, I say it all the time. And this is outside of football where I say social media held up a mirror to the world and shown us how all stupid we are. Because it's put us all in the same room. Social media has put everybody in the same room. Me and Eddie are in different time zones, in different continents, in different countries. But right now, we are legit in the same room. Same way all of you lot are in. We got man from Cyprus in the building, man from Thailand in the building, other man in the UK from the building. And when we talk football, and not so much you lot, but especially social media, when I see some of the reactionary takes and idiotic takes, I'm like, thank God fans are nowhere near, have no say on what goes on in the club. And that's with me. I'm not good enough. If United offered me the job, I wouldn't take it. Because I'm not, no, go get the people who, one, don't see it as a job, and two, are qualified and have the credentials to do this job. And that's the issue. So that's why I don't worry about what other United fans think. I've seen United fans writing off Donny. I'm like, he has to play before you write him off. Give him a chance to prove himself and say he's either good enough or he's not. But again, man just want to run agendas. We gave Ollie ample time to show he was a good enough manager. Then when he was shown he's not good enough, all right, bye. McTominay's the same. How many games has McTominay played where we're like, you know what, you're not good enough? Same with Bruno now. Yeah. Same with Fred. Same with Ronaldo. The list goes on and on and on and on. I'm not going to write someone off after 1 or 2 games. But if you play 32 games, I'm like, okay, I have a big enough sample size. And then if you play another 30 games the season after, that's over 60 games. Like, all right, I can kind of gauge where you're at.
That's a fact.
I got to gauge where you're at.
That's a fact.
Yes, there is a Red Talk with Rants today. Yes, myself, Aaron will be on there. Saeed will be on there. That'll be at 7 p.m. people. So Rants and Mants official on Twitch. What happened to Varane? Varane's fine. Sure, man. Like, people just, again, back to what I was saying about overreactionary takes. He had a bad game against Brighton. Now, all of a sudden, the whole season, he's been terrible. My biggest issue with Varane that people are not mentioning is his availability, his injuries. I'm looking at that closely. You're not available enough. I have no issue with you on the football pitch. You just need to get on the pitch more. I think he's only played, let me check how many games Varane's actually played, because he's not played, he played nowhere near enough for me. But that's just me, though. And I don't think people talk about that. But again, Twitter's all about getting your retweets and your likes and getting your jokes off and running agendas. This is why I don't talk football on there. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I never talk serious football on there. I talk football here because this is a long form platform where I can state my opinion and then back it up. You can easily get taken out of context. There's no way with 180 characters or however many tweets there is, I can get my point across and back it up fully. But here I can back it up and answer questions on it as well. So Varane played, see, he's only played 22 games. That's not enough. So he could, if he plays against the last game against Palace, that's 23. That's nowhere near enough matches.
That's crazy.
That's my biggest issue with him. Lewandowski has seemingly announced he's leaving Bayern. Ronaldo might be off, get a 1 or 2 year deal offered by Bayern. I don't think Bayern will pay his wages.
They won't pay. They won't. No.
Nothing to pay his wages.
Big clubs, and honestly, people, Manchester United has warped your mind. And if this is a City fan, y'all should know. You just paid how much for a Haaland? That's the type of people, that's the type of profile that people are looking for in strikers right now. Your Luas, your Ronaldos. I wouldn't say Kane. I'd say Kane is kind of in that middle space, but Kane on that death row deal, he ain't going nowhere. Those two, are towards the end of their prime. If I was City, personally, I wouldn't have spent that much money on Haaland right now. I would have gone and got Lewandowski. Because, again, that's Champions League proven.
Mhm.
You want to do it with Haaland, and he's never been there before. That's on y'all.
You know why they went and signed Haaland? Because I think this is the only time he'd be available for them. Because everyone knows he's Real Madrid or Barcelona bound in 3 or 4 years. So now this is, if they don't sign him now, you're not going to get him. Because either Real Madrid or Barcelona probably would have gone in for him at this point. He is legit. Let me check now. Let me check. I don't think he's that old, but I'll have a look. Hold on.
I know he's not. Yeah, he can't be that old.
Let me check. He is. I'll tell you now. See, he's only 21.
21.
He's 21. He'll be 22 come the start of the season.
Fuck yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. So they've decided to go and get him now. He'll score a barrel load of goals there in the Premier League.
Yeah, he ain't staying. He ain't staying.
So yeah, it's literally the Ronaldo deal for him. Remember when United got Ronaldo from Sporting? You know he's going to move on. This is Haaland. He'll go Real Madrid or Barcelona.
Yeah,
100%. That's what it is. But if do I see Lewandowski leaving? I don't see Lewandowski leaving Bayern Munich. I keep hearing about it, but I just don't see it happening. I don't know where he goes at this point.
No,
I don't see. He won't. I don't think he'll go Barca. I don't think he'll go. Well, he won't go Real Madrid. He's at Bayern Munich. City just signed a striker. United won't go in for him. He has been linked with Chelsea. That could be a shout, depending on what.
That would be the only other one.
Yeah,
for these
Chelsea.
Guys.
Yeah. Maybe. Is hey, you lot, make sure you get the likes up, subscribe to the channel as well. Big up you lot. We're just under 30 likes. Punch them likes up. And we just got under 40 people over here. So that's good, man. ManDem United, we back here on a regular basis, people. We back here on a regular basis. Every Tuesday, every Thursday. I know it's slightly late today, but we're still here every Tuesday, every Thursday. And it will be like that during the entire once the season finishes as well. Do not worry about that. Chris says, if I still see the fridge with the armband next season, I'll not give him any time. Yeah, he has to change that.
I don't think that's going to happen, though, Chris. Yeah. I think we're past the point of that being acceptable. Like, I think it's a good thing, though, because it's like it just got to be so bad that it was like, okay, I understand. He can't do it anymore. When everybody started saying that, that's when I think we started inching away. That's when we started getting the reports of Ten Hag will leave it up to the players to decide who their captain is. The only thing about Ronaldo being a captain is you can't be a captain that can't play every game.
Yeah, I hear that.
Right. And the only thing about putting the captain's armband on Bruno is I don't think he understands which team he plays for every time he goes out there.
Bruno stay taking strays from Eddie, you know.
Just hey, I got it in. I got the clip is always ready. You did.
The clip is always that clip is long, fam.
And I got the laser sight, so they don't want to play.
Factual, that is you like GTA, man. You got immunity, like infinity ammunition for Bruno and that. This guy never runs out of bullets. Never runs out of bullets.
Everything you want.
Guy crazy. Big up this blogger as well. Says Flawless McMahon and Eddie in the building. Big up, man.
My God. What up, to you.
Daredevil says Andre Silva from Frankfurt in the Bundesliga is decent as well and young. Is Andre Silva? Is he Portuguese? Is it that Andre Silva?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Let me check. I swear he's Portuguese. Let me check. I could be wrong, but for some reason I'm thinking he's Portuguese, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I was right. I know who you're talking about. I know who he's talking about because I've heard about him. That's why. Let's keep this moving along. Lewandowski wants Barca, 35 to 40 million rumored price. All right, fair enough. But Barcelona, I swear Barcelona just signed Aubameyang and have a lot of attackers. Let me check Barcelona's team.
I know.
Let me check Barcelona's team.
I know what's his face is leaving though.
Who? Depay?
Not him.
Who? Braithwaite.
Fuck, what's his face?
Let me have a look at
Traore. I know Traore's going back.
Is Traore leaving? Oh, is Traore going back to Wolves?
Yeah.
All right, so let me have a look at it. So these are the attackers they have. Hold up. So forward. So you've got Dembele who's leaving. But you still got Depay, you got Fati, you got Traore, you got Braithwaite, you got Luke de Jong, Ferran Torres, and Aubameyang. So yeah, they've got Aubameyang who's there, Torres who they just signed, de Jong still there, Braithwaite, Fati, and potentially Depay, who might not leave. And it's Dembele's leaving and Traore. So who's their front three? What, does Aubameyang play from the left and Torres from the right? That seems hella imbalanced, is my thing. Hella imbalanced.
Yeah,
Yeah, man is saying Silva moved to Leipzig next year. Daredevil saying, guys, for me, De Gea should be captain next season. He's probably the best fit. I've said this before. We don't have a captain. When people ask me, I have no preference because nobody stands out. And you can't really bring in a new player and make him captain. So if you're looking at senior players, it's De Gea, Ronaldo, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Who else we got? There is nobody. Let me know in the chat, United fans, if there's anybody else. I have no idea. I have no idea. Nobody stands out. This is why I'm not too fussed about the captaincy. Again, this is on people standing up and becoming captains and not having the armband. I'm talking in terms of leadership. If you are a captain, you don't need the armband to do captain duties. You don't need, like, if you look at the greatest captains of all time, you don't need, if you look at great United captains in the past, Roy Keane was a captain without the captain's armband before he got it. Gary Neville was a captain before the captain's armband. Brian Robson, Steve Bruce, Schmeichel, the list goes on and on and on. Paul Ince, like all these men are captains and leaders without the armband. It doesn't make them any more of a captain without it, type of thing. And that's what we need to do. We need players to stand up. Whether De Gea is captain or not, we need De Gea to stand up. We need Varane to stand up. If we sign a new centre-back and a new left-back, they have to stand up. Donny, De Jong, the new midfielder, you man stand up. Sancho, Ronaldo, all of our senior players, I always put it on our better players. Our better players need to stand up because we are going to be successful on how well they play. I said it all this season after January. United will go as far as numbers 19, 6, and 25 carry us. Number 19 had some poor form. Number 6 was injured and wasn't about. Number 25 was decent, and we didn't do anything. If those three would have played well, we would have finished top 4, but I'm not sticking it all on them. But that's to prove my point, and the same goals for next season as well. It's on our better players. You man have to stand up and be counted. I'm not looking at Alanga to carry us to anything. I'm not looking at the squad players. I'm not looking at Fred and be like, you're the problem. I'm not looking at Lindelof and Maguire or Telles. No. I'm looking at Varane. I'm looking at the new left back that lands. Like, you lot are going to decide how well we do. That's what I would say. Where's Rick's goal? It says United should hire Flawless and Eddie. You guys have better knowledge and understanding than the board. We probably do have better understanding than the board, but don't hire me because I'm not it. I'm too emotionally invested.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I won't be logical.
I'm not a company man.
Yeah, you definitely not a company
Sir
man. Yeah.
Alex Ferguson says something crazy, I'm gonna go tell him to sit his old ass down somewhere. We gonna get fired. So it just can't. I'm gonna tell, sit your old ass down in the corner, man. We got this. We got this. You gave us boys. You gave us McTominay. Brother, we not hearing from you today. Go sit down somewhere. Someone get him some pudding. That's what I'm going to tell him to do.
And that's it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We're going to close out the show shortly, people. We're going to close out the show. Just go to Blogger says, big up Espaco as well. He says, I don't know if y'all spoken on Rio's comments over the weekend. Remind me he wasn't the one complaining about David Moyes taking chips or ketchup off the menu. I'm not sure about the David Moyes thing, but yeah, I spoke on it on Tuesday, but I'll let Eddie go first on this before we close out the show. So your thoughts on Rio stating that Ralph shouldn't be airing the club's dirty laundry in public, and if he was there, he'd stop Ralph from doing press conferences and speaking in public. Your thoughts, Eddie?
I'm about to turn into a top red right in this little 2-minute section right now.
It's cool, man. Get off your chest.
Fuck these YouTubers. Fuck these YouTubers, bro. Not these ones, because these are the two of the realest. But these ones, this little Rio brother got a YouTube page. You start talking crazy all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. Now you want to talk tough.
Well,
that's my only thing. Now you want to talk tough. Like, you had always reign to say the shit that we was saying, but now you want to talk tough. It's just hilarious to me how selective these guys are. But it's not a shock. At the end of the day, it's not a shock. I'm not shocked by this at all because Ten Hag, Ralph represent their transition, the transition of that era in our time, in our club's history, actually being history. And what I mean by that is, when Ralph said this shit is open heart surgery, he was lying. Talking about them brothers too. Because all y'all in the media saying, oh yeah, United is so close. United is this, United is that. Ralph just told y'all closer to death than actually living.
Facts. We're on the hospital bed right now.
And he's the one. He's
Mm.
like legit. I can go Rio, Rooney, King, not so much, but we know exactly who the fucking clogged artery is. That motherfucker Gary Neville. All of them. We're moving past you guys. We respect you. We loved you. But your perspective on how this club moves is no longer important.
Yeah.
I think that's what their problem is, honestly.
I hear that. I spoke on it on Tuesday's episode. I speak on it here again. I like the fact Ralph is airing the dirty laundry in public. Shame is good, people. Shame is needed. Like, we look at it like it's a bad thing and it's bullying in certain aspects. But in this instant, it needs to be done. It's like kind of like having a brethren who just gets fat. Shame him until he loses weight because you care about him. Being fat is unhealthy. You are causing yourself to be, you're putting unnecessary distress on your body, which then could cause you not only health complications now, but later on down the line as well.
Exactly.
One of my friends get big, I'm going to tell him, yo, you need to lose weight. And I'm going to shame him till he lose weight if he don't want to listen. And that's what it is. He said this is open heart surgery. For the longest, a lot of Manchester United fans, including myself, I wanted someone to land at Manchester United and be honest about what's going on. Because people try and make out it's not as bad as it seems. People always trying to make out. So if it's not as bad as it seems, why are we a million miles away from challenging for a Premier League? Why are we a million miles away from challenging for a Champions League? Why are we a million miles away from challenging on the pitch? Why haven't we won a trophy in 6 years? Simply because we're not good enough. And that's just not the players. That's not just the players, but that is the players. That is the coaching staff. That is the scouts. That is the medical staff. That is the board. This is why you see everybody getting fired. I see hella man getting fired, and it's rightfully so. I see man getting fired, and that's because like they're not good enough. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even sure if that's the real Saeed, but if it is, big up to you, Saeed, my brother. You can check people because he's modded. Saeed is modded here. So if it's the real Saeed, he will have the spanner next to his name. So yeah, that's my thoughts on what Rio said. I'm glad he's doing this. I am glad he's doing it. Call all these people out. We got beat 4-0 by Liverpool, and Ralph's there calling out the medical staff. Why are Liverpool in 4 competitions and everybody's fit? But players get injured for Manchester United and they're out for yonks. Valid point in that. And how come Rio didn't say anything about Scholes airing dirty laundry? When Scholes said what he said about Lingard, how come it's okay for Scholes to air dirty laundry? That being said, it's not as much and say, oh, Lingard's told me the dressing room's not in a good place. But when Ralph said stuff, it's a problem. Why is that an issue? That's what I want to know. What's the difference? So we can air bits and pieces of dirty laundry, but we can't air a lot of dirty laundry. Like, that's what I'm saying in that. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's real Saeed. Yo, large up Saeed in the cut. So when I need to get on
the love, G.
Big up Saeed.
I hopped in on his a little, like I think it was like a couple days. Yes, maybe even yesterday I was on his joint.
Okay, let's go.
Just because he has that Collins show.
Yeah, I need to shout you, Saeed, because it's been too long since we've linked up in that. Me and Saeed haven't. I've not had him on Sarcasm City TV. I've not been on Saeed TV in the longest.
That's that Kobe and Shaq. That's that dynamic. Yeah. That's that Manchester through and through, boy.
I have facts. That's facts. And that's not even Saeed's fault. That's not my fault, people. We just both be mad busy. But over the summer, we gonna make it happen and that. We gonna make it. Big up my guy Saeed. Go subscribe to
the streets need it. The streets need it.
Yeah, man. Like you said, that is that Manchester. That is that Kobe and Shaq. That is Manchester United. Manchester for 100%. Daredevil says, facts. Well said there, Flawless. Ralph has done the right thing by exposing the club in public and the media. Yeah, and he's not done it in malice. He stated these are all issues. They all need to be sorted. He's done it professionally. Shame these, man. All of a sudden, Ralph, this is why I give Ralph full credit for getting rid like all these staff members leaving, because as soon as he lands, staff members are all of a sudden all going. These men have been holding back our club for too long. I'm pleased. Hopefully he goes into that consultancy role. We got Ten Hag in the dugout. He'll have his people, and then we start to build. I'm all for that. Espaco says, is there enough London stream tonight? I'm trying to get one done on the Against the Run of Play Twitch. I'm trying to, so keep a lookout for that. Keep a lookout for that. And what's up with Saeed? Man said, big up Saeed. Hope you get better, bro. I hope you're blessed on that.
He did. I think he did show he had an ankle problem. He messed.
Oh, jeez. Was he training? Was probably training. Yeah. Probably training. Rio was bouncing on beds at Old Trafford, but this guy is apparently impartial when it comes to United. Lord, what a sellout. Rio's like running bench, you know.
Come on, man. We understood. Listen, Rio's last time was understood. Don't need to be explained. He twerking for the Glazers. We see you. We not dumb. But again, we finally got somebody on our side.
Yes. We do have
Ralph
somebody on that side.
Ten Hag is coming to clean out the shit, and I'm here for it all.
Facts. And on that being said, people, we're going to end on that note on the ManDem United podcast. We will be back on Tuesday. Don't forget, the ManDem United podcast goes live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube every Tuesday, every Thursday, 5 p.m. Sometimes we're on Black Man time. I'm not going to lie, and we run late. But we are going to bring you the show for the rest of the season. And don't worry, throughout the summer, people, I will continue to bring you this show, bring you the best special guests and special guest co-hosts and the likes of Eddie, Ivorian, plus more. Anybody you lot want to see on here, put in the comments and I'll reach out to them. Obviously, if I know them, I'll reach out to them. Definitely, 100%. Paco, yeah, we answered about De Jong. Can he keep up with the pace of the Premier League and would he fit Manchester United? Yes and yes. To answer your question, yes and yes. He'll be fine. It's all about having the correct system around him to utilize it, but he will be absolutely fine. But yeah, make sure you hit the like button. Please share across all the socials. Subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV YouTube as well. We're back tonight. NBA watch-alongs, people. So I'll be on Rance's Twitch in 5 minutes. I'll be with Saeed, Aaron, and Rance over there at 7. Then I'll probably be with Matisse on his Twitch later on. Then we'll be back on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch, people, for NBA watch-alongs. We will be doing 76ers versus the Heat and also the Mavericks versus the Suns as well. You got the Heat and the Suns both away from home trying to close out those series. But yo, Eddie, always good to chat to you. Always good having you on the channel. Anything you want to add before we leave the stream? And it's good to stream and it's good to see you upbeat as well.
Yeah, thanks, bro. You know I'm always down to be putting in work with my boys. So
we gonna sort that out. I'm gonna get you on here regular, fam. You know what I'm saying?
And then we hope we gotta shout out my boy Danny. He out there in Montenegro acting a goddamn fool.
Facts.
To see it, the guy that we be into this shit with. But yeah, man, I always appreciate the opportunity, my boy.
Yeah, man, love every time and love to everyone that has locked in. And this has been the ManDem United podcast on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.